everyone, and welcome to Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I'm your host, Rebecca Benton. North Carolina Cooperative Extension is comprised of two land-grant universities, NC State University and NC A&T State University. We are located in all 100 counties, including the Koala boundaries. Now today, I have with me special guest, Bruce McLean. Bruce, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell our audience a little bit about yourself, what you do, your background, and all those good things.
Okay, my name is Bruce McLean. I am the horticulture agent for North Carolina Extension here in Columbus County, and I have been on the job since September 1.
So you're brand new to us.
I am brand new.
And we're excited to have you because we haven't had an official horticulture agent in a while. So,
Yes.
so go ahead, tell me, and tell us your connection. How did you get into horticulture? What is your background in it?
You know, it's a whole lifetime of experience with it. I grew up. My parents actually grew vegetables, small scale. It was nothing really super large, but they're on the farm, and so I was exposed even at an early age, to vegetable production and management of taking care of plants. And so from there, when I got teenage years, high school age, I did a lot of like landscaping and things like that, for like family, friends, things like that. And so that kind of progressed into when I did decide to go to college, was to go ahead and pursue something in horticulture. My dad he thought
Give you
I was
that little bit nudge.
Yeah. Well, and my dad thought I was that it was maybe a little crazy what I want to do. But no, the whole thing of do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
That's true.
And so that's what I tried to pursue. I tried to I wanted to pursue something that I did have a passion for. And so went to NC State, got a bachelor's in horticulture and primarily in ornamental landscape design. And so came home, had a landscape business, had a plant nursery for a number of years. From there went to downturn in the economy led to me going to taking a job at a medical facility as a landscape manager. I was manager there for a number of years, and then went to Extension. And I've been with Extension for about 10 and a half years now.
About 10 years. And now that you've mentioned Cooperative Extension, let's talk about your Extension background as a whole, because you've been here for 10 years, so you've probably seen some changes, you've seen some different things happen. So talk about your background. What have you done in Extension? Okay,
so like I said, I've been with Extension for about 10 and a half years. I started out at Bladen County, and so right next door. And so started out as horticulture agent there, working with homeowners, with the turf industry, with a lot of the fruit production that's over there, and
now they're big for blueberries, right?
They are really big for blueberries. Muscadine's a big thing over there. Even like blackberries, a lot of your small fruit is really big over there. So did that in that position for about 2.5 years, and opportunity came up to where it was row crop and commercial horticulture, and excuse me. They basically got a chance to work out on the production side of horticulture and row crop as well. So I guess row crop gave me an opportunity to see horticulture maybe at the potential at a really large scale.
Yeah. Now, what did y'all grow, or what did you help farmers with the row crops? What examples, like peanuts?
Oh,
corn?
yes, peanuts, tobacco, soybeans, corn, cotton, wheat, things like that.
So, and those were on small scale or large scale?
No, those were rather large scale.
Okay.
I mean, there was some significant acres of that over that way.
Okay.
And but it did give me opportunity to see the potential of could vegetable production be grown at a large scale like that? Even around southeastern North Carolina, and two, maybe large scale production in blueberries is really big over there. So we're talking 6,000 plus acres over there, and so that is really large scale production. So But did that for the remainder of my time at Bladen, so another about 3.5 years. And so opportunity arose. I actually went across the line, went across the state line.
So wait a minute. So were you doing row crop too at Bladen County, or?
Yes, row crop
okay.
and
See,
commercial.
I missed somehow. My brain missed that. I was thinking you were at across the line at was it Clemson University?
Yes, we're
doing that. So this was still in Bladen County.
Yes, this was still in Bladen County.
Okay, so I'm caught up. So let's move forward.
So when I went across the line, we started working for Clemson. I was the area commercial horticulture agent. So what I did was commercial fruit, vegetable, and nut production all the time, every day. And so, I mean, and I covered Horry, Marion, Dillon, and Marlboro counties to start with. And so that's sort of that border belt area right across the state line. And from Myrtle Beach back up towards Bennettsville. And so from there, I guess sort of, Clemson sort of realized my experience in my past with small fruit production. Then I became kind of a statewide connection or a statewide contact for small fruits for blueberries, blackberries, and muscadine production. And so I would take calls all over the state for that. And so a couple of years passed, and a good friend of mine, Tony Melton, had to retire. He was another agent up there, and so since he has passed, he had to retire due to an illness. But upon his departure, I kind of absorbed his area as well. So I covered 14 counties.
That's a big area.
That's a large area, and that's all of the PD region plus part of the coastal region. So it was a very large area. And so did that for 4 years, and then, one thing led to another. Opportunity come back home. And so I'm back across the line, back home now.
I can't blame you there. Like I said, closer home. Me, I'm a homebody, so I like to kind of stay closer to home, especially with work. So I completely understand.
Yes.
Now, in this last 10 years, what is something that you feel like you've truly accomplished?
Oh gracious. I think really a lot of things. I think overall I've just helped a lot of folks. I've helped numerous homeowners, countless homeowners, countless farms. I tried to make the one thing that when I came into Bladen, I wanted to make a big connection with the blueberry growers, because the extension, not saying that the extension didn't have an impact on the blueberry growers at all. I mean, not saying that at all, but it was a lot of the agents tended to be a little hands off on it, and then they tended to let it be more with the specialists, with the more knowledgeable ones with NC State. And so, but that was one thing I tried to bring. I really wanted to make a connection with the blueberry growers, and not just blueberry growers, but with just all the fruit growers all together. And so I was able to do that. I had then when I started on the row crop, covering row crops as well, then I had a lot of regional meetings, production meetings, and I was able to work with specialists on field days, on commercial horticulture, on fruit production, as well as on the row crop, covering, helping them out on field days. When I went across the state line over to Clemson, over to South Carolina and worked with Clemson, I worked with just so many growers down there, and because it was just such a large area, and I mean just countless growers on just a tremendous amount of different crops and things like that, on vegetables, on fruit, on pecan production. I mean, it's just on herb production, on cut flowers. I mean, it was just a lot of different things.
You sound like you have accomplished a lot of things in the last 10 years that you've been employed through Extension. And I'm gonna have to say, one of my favorite things that I heard you talk about was that personal connection with your clients and being able to establish those. Because honestly, without our clients, we don't have jobs.
Exactly.
They are the heart of what we do.
Exactly.
And I absolutely love that being one of your accomplishments. Now, I think we've already talked about this, but what made you return to North Carolina Cooperative Extension?
Well, covering such a large area, down in South Carolina. I was pulled in a lot of different directions. Because not only was I an agent down there, I was the state contact for small fruits, but also I did a lot of research as well. So I did research at three different state university facilities. So, I was pulled in a lot of different directions. Some of that was self-induced. I'll be honest.
We do that to ourselves,
Yeah,
don't we?
yeah.
We will.
And so, I was pulled in a lot of different directions. And so, really, when the opportunity arose to potentially come back, it was the opportunity to come back and work with friends, to work with families, to work with communities that I've known my entire life. And so, I thought it was, and two, I wouldn't have to, be on the road quite as much. Because, when I was with Clemson, I was on the road all the time. I almost never saw an office, or very seldom. I won't say never, but very seldom ever in a physical office. My truck was an office. And so, I literally worked out of the truck. And so this really kind of redirects me in, I guess, sort of maybe a better direction, maybe more fine-tuned. It gives me a little bit more focus.
Yeah, I love that. That is great. Now let's talk a little bit about you're now serving Columbus County. What kind of things do you see yourself helping the citizens here in our county?
Oh, gracious. I'll say that, even the folks that homeowners that are here, that have been here for generations, it's, even they, are maybe need some help ever so often as far as with things in their yard, how to garden, maybe how to figure out what weed is in their grass, in their lawn. They need help as well. But also, we are having an influx of people coming in. People that are not from here that are moving into the area. So really, it's to help them sort of understand how it is to garden and have a beautiful yard here in Columbus County. And because that's one of the biggest complaints that I have with a lot of the folks that come in. Is that it's like I was a great gardener wherever I used to live, Northeast or Midwest or wherever. I came here and I cannot figure things out. I can't grow anything. And so, it's really to work with them as well. But not only them, it's also, bringing, my experience with ornamentals to the nursery industry. There are some plant nurseries here in the county. Also, to work with landscapers, because I have a very, extensive past in landscaping as well. But also is to bring potentially, my knowledge also to commercial fruit production as well. Because that is something that in the past that was really strong, here in Columbus County. And it's kind of waned a little bit, but is there the potential to really bring back some of that fruit production?
So, as our new horticulture agent here in Columbus County, what is your vision?
Ultimately, I want to be of service to everyone. I mean, I want to be, regardless of whether it's homeowners, to landscapers, to nurserymen, to anyone, to commercial growers. I want to be their resource. That they can call on me and say, I have a problem, how do I fix it? Right. Or either I've got this idea, and I would like to do this. What do you think? And and really just try to help them, sort of figure things out. Sort of, to maximize, their efforts in whatever they're doing.
Right. And I think that is a great vision because that, like I said, it's truly part of who we are at Extension. Now, we've got just a few seconds left. How can folks get up with you if they want to contact you and they have horticulture questions or problems?
Okay. By email is Bruce_McLean at ncsu.edu. By phone, you can call the Columbus County Center at 910-640-6605.
That's right. Bruce, thank you so much for being on this episode of Spotlight.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Audience, thank y'all so much for joining in. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension.